Yeah, good evening, Savita. Shravani, good evening to you. Can you just click and be on YouTube live stream also? Savita and and just you can see there too. Can you see me there? Shravani, you are there at both YouTube and here, correct? Yeah. So I request everyone to join the YouTube stream also. Shamika ji, good evening. Please click on the YouTube live streaming also and be there also. Click the link which I sent you here and confirm you can be there. See me there also. Yeah, good evening. Correct. Uday, evening. Click on the YouTube studio link. It's already there. ఇప్పుడు నేను పంపించిన లింక్ని క్లిక్ చేయి. Hmm. Have anyone has tried AP cycle? Shravani, Tavita? Okay. Huh? Okay. 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 Yeah. Uh, Avinash and Sam, click on the YouTube studio link and be on the YouTube live stream also. All the members are requested to join the YouTube live stream also. Click the link given there. Yeah, good evening, Kennedy. Request all the members to join the YouTube live also. The link is provided there. Yes, Avinash. Yeah, yeah. Stream also. Click on that link. Anyone till the other members joins? Anyone has an issue in AR? Okay, yeah, okay. One second. I think. Uh, Good evening, Martin. Yeah, you can share the screen. I request all the members to be on YouTube also, and please share the screen. And Mr. Martin, let's address your issue first, and then go to the class. So, if you can give me your number, sales order number, that yeah. I request anyone has an issue in their order to cash cycle, keep their sales order number ready, please. Till the other member joins, we'll just do it. Mr. Martin, you can give me your which sales order is creating an issue. You can let me know. Your screen. Oh, Martin, AR assignment. I got it. Okay. All of them are having issue, Martin? Okay. So let me just explain you the easy way of looking at it. Just pick up your 20314. Clear? Please go to change mode. What is the T code for change mode? VA02. Clear? Sales order create is 1. Correct? Hello? Sales order creation sales order creation transaction code is VA01. Correct? So 1 in SAP is for create, 2 is for change, and 3 is for display. Correct? Already you created a sales order with 20314. I'm going into the change mode. So the transaction code in which I'll go is VA02. Clear? And enter the your sales order number. Clear? And then I'll click on display document. Okay? So why I came here? The first question could be why I came here. I came here to check whether created or not. Only F-28 is not done. Till that step, everything is done correctly. Okay? So now where the issue is coming. Now let's go inside the sales order, double click on the material, go to the condition tab and look at your total. Okay? You have to enter this figure in this way only. Copy this. 724 comma 50 you have to write, not 724.50 in F-28. Clear? And what is the customer number? You can just make 100 516. So what I'll do now? I'll go to F-28 Martin. Go here. Period is going 1000. currency euro, correct? Bank GL account number this much. What is the amount? I copied it, right? Then value date is the date on the check. Payment from which customer? 10516. Correct. 10516. And please enter 10516. Yeah. Okay. And then I press enter key. You see, oh, the amount for that same customer, have you created multiple sales order? So the total amount what it is showing you is this much. Okay. Plus this. So 7245 is the total amount. Now you see both the amounts are matched. I am saving it. Please write down 14156. Clear? And sales order number 20315. Clear? And first check all of you whether all the things are done. It's cleared. Clear? So what is the total value which has to be cleared? You can always see it from the document. It is how much it has to be cleared? 123 this amount. Correct? Copy this amount. Am I clear? What I'm doing? I'll repeat it. Go to your sales order, click on display document. Okay, if everything you have done correct till invoice, this document is not clear. Clear? Because you are not performed F-28. Keep the cursor here, click on it will get tell you this customer has to pay how much? This amount. Correct? Copy this amount and remember this customer number 100,518. Clear? Go to F-28, fill up all the required field. How many I have to enter? I have to enter 6 field here. Then I have to enter the bank GL account number. The amount was 123.900. Clear? Am I clear? And the payment is going to come from this customer. Clear? And then you save it. 14157. Now the question comes, why it is getting complicated for you? Clear? All take a note, have a notebook. Go to system, all of you, clear, and go to your user profile. Okay, just write down one of you. Martin, please write down this. System, then you go to your user profile and go to your own data. Okay, and click on default. Okay, what I have done, Kennedy, you can go to system, go to user profile, own data, clear, and click on default. Here your decimal notation is coming. You can change the way you want it. Okay? Now this is in this complicated format. So let me put it like this. Okay? Now this is dollars, comma, cent. Okay? Hello, Martin, are you there? So what is the thing? Before comma is nothing but your dollars. After that, the cent. Okay? It is $50.30. How it will come? 50 comma 30. Clear? $50.30. I have made like this. Now this was making you complicated. This format. So I change it here. Okay? And then I can change my date also. Date, month, year. Month, date, YYD. Which format I want. Clear? And clear? Now you go and see when I do VA02. Huh? So this is all. Total. This is the old one. Now whatever you are going to do in future, it will take this. It was taking the old format, you see. Clear? It was taking the old format. Clear? Now whatever the sales order, if I'm going to create it now, it is going to take me the new format. Right. That's how you can complete these two I have done, one and two. Rest of the thing you can complete. Okay. Now anyone else has still has AR doubt? I hope everyone is clear with AR. I'll take a yes for the silence. I request all the members to go to the YouTube live also. I put the stream there. The link is here. You can click on that, please. All of you. Be on the YouTube stream also. Am I clear? Now we are going to look at now today account payable or procurement to pay 8 stages. We are going to punch in this. This is not going to take much time. We'll do it in 15 minutes. Because we have done our order to cash cycle or AR cycle, we know how to create a customer. Creating a vendor will be easy for me. Now, how do I go? The same principle what I followed there, vendor master data. I'll go to the server. Which is the T code I have to go? I have to go. Vendor is the baby of how many departments? Two departments. What are they? One is the purchase department and second one is accounts department. As customer was the baby of sales and accounts. So to create a vendor, how many T codes I'll have? I'll have two T codes. Like I had two T codes for customer creation. The two T codes will be MK01 from purchase point of view and FK01 from finance point of view. How the T code was derived at? All your material management T code will start with letter M. All your finance T code will start with letter F. Then the second describes the activity. Second digit will describe the activity. I request all of you on mute, please. Thank you. All of you on mute, please. Thank you. So, second is your activity. What is the activity? You're creating a vendor. Vendor is also called as a creditor. Credit in Germany is written with K, not with C. So, the T code will become MK. What is the T code for create? 02 or edit is also 02 and display is 03 as we have discussed in our previous sessions. So what is the T code to create a vendor from purchase point of view? Because it is material management point of view, MK01. Vendor change will be MK02 and vendor display will be MK03. From finance point of view, FK01, FK02, FK03. So two executives are going to work to create the vendor. Who are the two executives? One is the purchase executive. He'll enter the two information, general information regarding the vendor and the purchasing information regarding the vendor in the T code MK01. And the account executive in FK01 will enter the accounting information regarding the vendor. It's absolutely similar to what we have discussed in our customer master data. Clear? Now, when I go here, it's simple. You see here the T code. What I'm going to enter is MK01. There are going to be two inputs like the same thing. Let's go and create the vendor. As we have done for customer, whatever we are trying to create, that we are going to leave it blank. That we will call it as output. What is my purchase organization? 1000. What is my account group? 0001. How many data I have to enter? I have to enter two data. What are the two data to be entered here? General data and purchase data. There it was general data and sales area data in customer. Correct? Here it will be general data and purchase data. In general data, we have to enter two tab, address tab and control tab. Address tab will have five fields. Customer had six fields. What was the extra field which we had in customer? That was transportation zone, if you remember. Here we don't require because we are receiving the material from the vendor, we don't require transportation zone. So please let's go and create title, then name of the vendor, right? Some search term, okay, and country and region, Hamburg. Clear? So what are the fields to be entered? Five fields. Title, name, search term, country, region. Then I'll click on this button here to go to the next screen. Now where I am, I'm in control tab. In control tab, I enter one field VAT registration number for European Union country. Then click on this, ignore contact person, go to the purchase data. It's as simple as this. In purchase data, there is only one tab, that is purchase tab, in which I have to enter five fields. The five fields are order currency, terms of payment, Incoterm, enter the port where you are going to receive it. And in control data, you have to enter GRIR, you see here GRIR invoice verification and automatic purchase order. So the five field are order currency, terms of payment, Incoterm, GR based invoice verification and automatic purchase order. What is the meaning of this? We are going to pay the vendor in which currency. And what is the payment? As soon as I receive the invoice from the vendor, I am going to initiate the payment immediately. 0001 says. What is Incoterm? Incoterm is nothing but the international commercial term where we are discussing whether the buyer or the seller is going to pay for the transport. Anyhow, the raw material is going to be paid by the company code 1000, purchase organization 1000, correct? But who is going to pay for the transport? When I am saying cost and freight, cost of the raw material and freight charges are borne by the company code 1000, meaning purchase organization 1000 is going to pay. Meaning, always if I put CFR, the buyer, who is the buyer here? The buyer is going to be your company code 1000 because I'm procuring the raw material. When I was creating the customer, who was the buyer? The customer was the buyer. So the transport fee was paid by the customer. Here, your company code is going to pay. Now, what is this GR based invoice verification? Say, for example, I ordered for 10 pieces of raw material. Only after I received the goods, GR means goods received, then only I'll verify the invoice and pay him, not in advance. When I put for this vendor GR based invoice verification, I am having an agreement with the vendor. I am going to pay him only after I receive the material, not before that. Now, say for example, I gave a purchase order for 10 raw material, 10 pieces, and he has delivered how many? 4, because he had only stock for 4. How many goods received I had done? I done only for 4 for one purchase order. So, for one purchase order, I can have multiple goods received. Only for the material which I have received, I am going to pay him. That is the meaning of this checking it. If I don't check it, the vendor may ask you for advance payment. Clear? And then if this vendor is a preferable vendor and a big vendor, you can click on automatic. For this particular raw material, automatically his name pops up. Then you save it. You're getting it 100,769. Go to your clear. Now in FK01, I'm going to enter the accounting information. So go to FK01, press enter key, three inputs to be entered the same way. What I'm going to do now, FK01, press enter key, the vendor number which has been the output of this, 769. Enter the company code and then enter the account group. Now, how many information do I have to enter? I get in company code data, two tab, account management tab, payment transaction tab. In account management tab, again we get the three things. What was reconciliation account? It was 1,40,000 for trade receivable for customer. Now the GL account is 1 lakh. There it was 1,40,000 which you entered for trade receivable domestic. For trade payable, it is 1,60,000. Short key for customer it was 031, right? When you create it for vendor, it is 012. Please make note of these changes. Cash management group also the same field I am entering, but the value is different. I am entering here A1. Here I am entering domestic A1. Clear? And then terms of payment, it is the same field. I click here, enter, and then save. My vendor is created in FK01 also. Please make a note 100,769. Clear? Now material master data in AR, the material which I was creating in step 2 was finished goods. Here the difference is I am going to create the raw material. So either I can go to MM01 or the direct transaction code is MMR1, right? So go to MM01 or MMR1. If I go to this MM01, huh, I have to select the industry sector and material type as raw material. Raw material. Clear? Then there I was selecting 7 views. Here I am selecting only 5 views. Because basic data 1, purchasing, there it was sales org 1, sales org 2, sales general plan. You remember? MRP 1, MRP 2 and accounting 1. Once I select all setting so that I don't have to enter it again and again. Automatically it will be coming as selected. Then I have to enter the organization event, plant and storage location. There I was entering plant, sales org and distribution channel. Correct? When I was creating the finished goods. Now enter the plant and storage location. Click on default setting. Now I can go and create the raw material. Then how many fields? In basic data 1, same thing, 6 fields. Raw material 1, material group, this, then division, gross weight, net weight, right? The 6 fields are description of the material, base unit of measure, material group, division, gross weight, net weight. Clear? Huh? I selected pharmaceutical. I taken the industry sector as pharmaceutical. So pharmaceutical it will be 017. Clear? And then I have to enter 3 field purchasing group. What is this group? The group which is authorized to raise the purchase order and whether this raw material is taxable or not, and then whether this material can be activated for automatic purchase order. I enter, then yes, this is for full tax and automatic PO. Clear? Then I have to go to MRP1. In MRP1, the same 3 field. I go to MRP1, MRP type, MRP controller, lot size. Then I go to MRP2. Now, what is the difference there? Here, there I was entering the in-house production day, 2 days or 1 day. how many days the production department will take to produce it, because it was a finished goods. Now here I have to enter the not the in-house production days, I am entering the planned delivery time. In how many days the vendor will supply me. Okay? I say he has to supply me in 3 days. Clear? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And then I enter clear. Then I have to go to accounting one. Here the valuation class is not 7920. For raw material it will be 3000 and enter the price. All of you, please remember this field very, very carefully. When you are entering valuation class 3000, when you are creating finished goods, there were two different prices. Clear? That was what you are entering in material master data accounting one view. It was the cost price. And when you are creating the selling price in VK11 as PR00, two different price. Now, what is this you are entering here? Remember, I have entered 1000. Clear? And then save it. The material code is 500 created. Now, please remember, all of you mostly will be making this mistake. That's the reason I am just pointing out to you. The condition master data you are going to create ME11. Okay? When I am creating, please observe clear. For this vendor, this material in this purchase organization and this plant. Clear? So you condition master data, you can go vendor ID, material, plant, purchase organization. Press on enter key. And then what does the Excel sheet says? Go to the main menu bar and click on purchase organization data 2. Clear? What is the main menu? Whenever I say main menu, it is above the command field. Command field is the one where you are typing the T code. Above that there is go to. Click on purchase organization data to. And then he's saying click on condition tab. Clear? What is the condition type? PB00. What was the condition type for selling price? It was PR00. For purchase price, it will be PB00. Now, what is the amount I have to enter here? Now, this is where lot of you will make mistake. Please concentrate. In AR, you had two different prices, Kennedy. One was cost price, another was selling price. Clear? Cost price you entered in accounting one view as valuation class 7920 as standard price. Correct? In material master data of raw material, also you are maintaining the purchase price only. In M11 also it is a purchase price. Then what is the difference? The difference being in material master data, the price what you have entered is your budgeted price. And in M11, what you have entered is the actual price. What I mean by that, Mr. Martin, next week is your birthday. Let's assume you have wanted to buy a shirt. Okay? You said, I'm going to buy the shirt at $1,000 or thousand, whatever the currency. Okay? Thousand. Thousand rupees or thousand Kenyan shilling. Right? When you are at home, you have decided that that is your budgeted price. Correct? When you go to the shop, you may not get the shirt for 1000. The shirt which you have like might come for 980 or 1020 or 1050. Correct? So the one which you have budgeted, you are entering in material master data accounting one view in the raw material. Make a note of it. And in PB00, you are entering the actual price, what the vendor is going to give. Clear? All of you don't make a mistake of writing there 100 euro and here 10,000. It will not happen that way. Yes or no? If you are budgeted to buy a shirt at $1,000, you will buy it as plus or minus $10, 10%. Yes or no, Martin? If you have thought that I am going to buy the shirt at 1,000, you won't go and buy the shirt at $10,000. Yes or no? So for how much you will buy? You will buy at the most the variance could be 10% more or less. Correct. So if I have put in material master data 1,000 euros in ME11, the acceptable figure could be 10% less than material master data price. What should be that price? That could be 900. Correct. Lower. And what could be the upper limit? 10% more. What is 10% more of 1000? It will be 1100. So what is the total thing which you can enter? So what is the range you can enter in ME11? You can enter anything between 900 to 1100. Clear? All of you. Please don't make a mistake of entering a small figure 100 euros there and 10,000 or 20,000 here. If not, enter the same price at both places. You will not get error. Clear? Then I save it. Now it is asking, please process the screen again. We are this vendor, we are trying to make arrangement that he is going to supply me in 3 days this material. Yes or no? In material master data, we said planned delivery time was 3 days. But this vendor may or may not agree to that 3 days. Correct? If any changes have to be made, you can make it here. Or you say the vendor has agreed to give you in 3 days, you leave it and just save it. Clear? So your pricing condition record is being created. Am I clear? Now vendor is ready, material is ready, purchase price is decided. Now what I have to give to the vendor? I have to give the vendor the PO, the purchase order. Clear? ME21N. So I go to the transaction code. All of you please observe. Kennedy, here what? You have made a mistake. That's the reason you got the error in MIRO. Okay, good. So now which is the vendor number? The vendor number is ours is 100,769. Enter 100,769. Press enter key. Then it is asking you to enter your purchase organization, purchase group, company code, and the material. This particular raw material, how many pieces I want? I want 2 pieces. Press enter key. It will ask you where to enter plant. Where do you want to receive this raw material? I want to receive this raw material in my 1000 plant. Clear? Press enter. In which storage location do you want? In 0001. Am I clear? And storage location. Clear? Press enter and then save. I get my purchase order number. Now, with whom the purchase order is in whose hand? It is in the hands of the vendor. Correct. Which vendor? 100,769. What is written in this purchase order? I have ordered from this vendor this quantity, two quantity, each being at 1,000 euros. So what? How many pieces I ordered? 2,000 euros. Clear. Now how many pieces? I have to receive the two pieces. Goods receipt. Now you see in Migo also there are going to be two departments. MM and FI document are going to come into picture. Let's concentrate today just doing the cycle. So which is the T code I have to go? MIGO. Tomorrow we are going to see AR and AP both observations. All of you. I request you, it's not going to take much time for you to create your AP cycle. Enter your purchase order number. What you have to enter? You have to enter your PO number in Migo. Clear? So what is the thing? Go to Migo, enter the purchase order number here, and then press enter key. So your raw material, two quantity, everything is there. Once it is okay, then you are going to create. Purposefully, I have made a mistake in the purchase order. I'll tell you where. All of you should not do. That's the reason I said Kennedy, and then I just save 50292. Now, what should happen to my stock? Stock should increase by 2. Yes or no? The raw material, the stock has come in. So, when I go to MMBE, correct? The quantity is 2. Clear? Stock is increased by 2. Finally, I am going to do my invoice verification in my RO. You see here, after my stock is increased by 2, then I go to my invoice verification. The vendor is going to give me the invoice which I am going to verify and pay him the money. Correct. Invoice verification I am going to do against what? Against my purchase order. In the transaction code MIRO. I go and enter my purchase order number. Then I'll enter my invoice date. Press enter key. You see the 2000 has appeared here. Clear? Now I click on calculate tax. You see, calculate tax. Tax is not getting picked up. All of you. So 19% tax should have been added here when I click on calculate tax. Yes or no? So you see here red signal is there. Why? Mistake when I was creating a purchase order. What is the mistake I made? Don't want you to make that mistake. Now purchase order creation is ME21N. I'll go to 20 ME22N. Clear? So if this is not my purchase order, what I can do? I can go here, click here, and enter my purchase order number. All of you, please observe. If this current is not there and you wanted to do the before any other purchase order, go to the command field, click on other purchase order, enter the PO number which you want to verify. Enter this. This was my PO. Correct. Before I saved the purchase order, the tax code should be 19%. It was saying tax free. Clear? That's the reason it was not picking up. It should not be VE0, it should be VA. All of you. One second, please understand this first. Then you can ask the question. Here, the tax code should be VA, right? When you are saving the purchase order only, you can do this. Let me complete the cycle and take your questions, all of you. So it should be VA. This is not the right way. I came back and then modified it. When you are creating the purchase order itself, what you should do? You come at this position after you have entered everything, vendor, material, quantity, plant, and storage location. Click on this invoice, enter the tax code as VA and save it. Now I do MIRO. Now you see it will pick up now. 2000. Now calculate tax. You see the tax is picked up. 2380. Clear? Still it is in red because approval has not come. Now you see the traffic signal has gone green and the amount has turned zero. As soon as I enter the amount here. If any faulty messages are there, this will be highlighted. This is the right way, and then you save it. And again, I copy my, and finally, I have to make the payment to the vendor. Correct. 510 560 9480. Clear? Then finally, I have to clear the payment of the vendor in F-53. How much amount? 2380. Which vendor? 100,769. It is similar to your F-28, what you have done, Martin, now, but the T code is F-53. There it was post incoming payment. Now it is because you have to pay it outside, outgoing payment to the vendor. Enter invoice, enter your amount 2380, then value date on the check, payment payment to which vendor? 100,769. 28280, save it. 1515003. That is the conclusion of your procurement to pay cycle. Yeah, please go ahead. Who had a question? Kennedy, please go ahead. Who had the question? Please go ahead. Huh, huh, huh. Hmm. Now that is the customization that you are going to learn in the consultant work. Okay. So somewhere I have to enter VA in default setting in SPRO. Okay, you're not reached that stage in your course. What he's asking is, hey Surya, why to change? Is there any provision where I can put the maintain the default tax code? Clear? I can enter here and make some configuration, automatically it will come. Why it is not coming, I'll tell you. Okay, that is going to be in your consultant screen next week. Okay, you have to put it to VA, right? We have to enter VA. Clear? So that concludes your procurement to pay cycle. So I request all of you as cycle as possible to do the your account receivable and account payable or order to cash cycle or procurement to pay cycle. The other name is SD end user work or MM end user work. So thank you. I'll stop my streaming